My name is William Galalgher. I'm coming to you live today from the Market Traders Institute. I'm actually going to be discussing today some of my Forex trading strategies. I'm going to utilize MTI's charting software. I'm going to take you into the live market. I'm going to show you how to actually start generating profits in the actual Forex market today. I kind of call this my Quick Start Forex program. One of the neat things about this is everything I show you here today is going to be included as part of a free as far as a trial period. It's cost you about the cost of a pack of gum. So everything's gonna be very affordable. If you've ever been looking to get into the Forex market, perfect opportunity today to do this. Now, before we get started, what I want to do is, because I will be teaching you a trading strategy here today, I am going to be showing you some of my charts, and I will be showing you a trading strategy that I'm at, actual trade that I'm looking at right now. Before we begin, what I want to do is I want to let everybody know that there is no such thing as an undefeated season when you're trading. You shouldn't invest money that you can't afford to lose. You should always trade with proper equity management in mind. I'm going to teach you about that here today. Now, it is highly recommended that you go through this complete education in its entirety and you begin trading as an educated and knowledgeable trader. Now, once again, please be advised that anything I show you today, do not take this as actual investment advice. I will walk you through several trade examples. I will teach you a trading strategy, but ultimately when it comes time for you to place a live trade, that decision is going to be yours and yours alone. So once again, just kind of set the agenda for today. We're going to start off by going over some of the Forex market basics. Then I'll go into the live market, and I'm going to teach you what's called the London Daybreak trading strategy. Very simple trading strategy. You don't have to know all kinds of analysis to learn this here today. In the next 45 minutes, I'm actually going to teach you that strategy. I'm also going to show you how you can get a video from the creator of the strategy, so he'll go into more detail about that as well. I will show you how to do manual analysis utilizing our charting software, and I'm going to utilize some of the automated tools that are patent pending and built right into our charting software. And as I told you, if we have enough time here today, I will show you that current trade opportunity that I'm looking at and explain to you why I'm looking at it. I'll also show you how to set up a demo account trading account today. So you don't have to invest any money into a trading account to actually start trading in the Forex market. You actually start trading with a demo account, get up to speed before you actually invest into the market. I'll also show you how to get everything I'm showing you here today, the charting software, the video tutorials, plus a couple free bonuses, everything here today. Take it for a test drive for about the cost of a pack of gum. Before we begin, Renee did tell you a little bit about me, but let me explain a little bit about my background. I have been trading in the investment market since 1998, mostly stocks and options. It was actually about 3.5 years ago. I was in a webinar just like you are here right now. It was one of MTI's webinars. I became interested in the Forex market. I actually have gone through the education. In fact, everything I've learned about the Forex market, I have learned from MTI. The reason I talk about that is because even though I did know about the Forex market, I didn't quite understand the potential of the Forex market until actually going through this education, starting to see some success in this market here. So I am an active full-time trader. I am a student of Market Traders Institute. Like I said, about 3.5 years ago, I went through this program, and then MTI, they asked me to actually start going out and doing these webinars to get new people up to speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you very quickly how to get up to speed and start generating some profits in this market very quickly here today. Now, for those of you, you might have caught one of my colleagues earlier here today. His name is Stephen Koenig. He went over some of about our program here. He may even told you a little bit about Market Traders Institute. For those of you that have not heard about Market Traders Institute, we are based here in Orlando, Florida. This building you see on your screen, that's actually our building. I'm actually broadcasting out of the second floor of that building here today. The reason I want to talk about this is because we have students that come to our building on a daily basis, and they get trained live in our classrooms here. In fact, as on my way to my office, I actually passed some of the students in the hall. Last week, we actually had a 23rd anniversary event here as well, so we always have activity going on here. A little bit about Market Traders Institute. We have been getting some accolades. Nominated for Trader Planet's Star Award for Best Trading Education. Florida Trend Magazine for a couple years, they ranked us as one of Florida's best companies to work for. More importantly, most of you can probably recognize this logo right here, Inc. Magazine. In 2015, Market Traders Institute, we were ranked 1,180 on Inc. 5000's fastest growing companies in 2015. Last year, we moved up to 592. So we're looking for 2017 to move into the Inc. 500. We got this nice little letter here. It tells us we're sharing the same pedigree as Under Armour, Microsoft, Zappos, So just to name a couple on here. The reason we are on this is because we are helping our students get results in this market. The only way we're going to continue to be on this list is if we do continue to get those type of results. Now, the type of results we're getting here, they did gain the attention of this gentleman. Some of you might recognize him, Kevin Harrington. Kevin Harrington is one of the original sharks from the TV show Shark Tank. Kevin saw what we did here, became interested in the Forex market himself, so we actually have partnered with Kevin Harrington in what we call our Trade Like a Shark program. In fact, Kevin was actually just here with us here last week. He's going to be here in our building again this upcoming week as well. So very excited to have that as well as we're good here. So what do I do is you have a little bit about me. You know a little bit about Market Traders Institute. What I want to do is before we jump into the actual market here and I start teaching some of this, what I want to do is I don't want to spend a lot of time on what the Forex market is and teaching you all the basics if a lot of you are already educated in the Forex market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each and every one of you here in the room right now to look at your screen and type into the chat box what type of Forex trader are you? What's your experience in trading the Forex market? If you are brand new to the Forex market, please type the number 1 into the chat box. That's gonna let me know you are brand new. You have no experience in this market whatsoever. If you have a little bit of experience in this market, maybe you've been to a couple presentations like this, maybe you're even trading in a practice account, go ahead and type the number 2 in. That's gonna let me know you maybe have a little bit of experience. And please type the number 3 in if you are an experienced Forex trader. That's gonna let me know you already know about the Forex market. You're already trading live in the market here. Great. So yeah, I'm already getting, okay, great. Thank you for that, Renee. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting a lot of number 1s here. And usually that's what we get here. Yeah, Joshua's a 1, Warren's a 1. I got Michael saying he's a 1. Nicholas is a 2. I got Angie's a 1. Jimmy says he's a 3. Yeah, I think Jimmy and Dominic are the only 3s here. So it looks like everybody here. Oh, okay, George says he's number 2 as well. So looks like most of you are brand new. So what I'm going to do here is before we jump into the market, as I promised, since well, usually when I do these presentations, most of people are brand new. So let me quickly get you up to speed on what the Forex market is and what we're actually trying to do in this market. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what we're doing when we're trading Forex currencies. I'm going to explain to you what a pip is and what we want with it. More importantly today, I'm actually going to take you by the hand and show you how to actually start trading in this market very simply. So for those of you who are brand new, I'm going to get you up to speed. And for those of you that do have a little bit of experience here, Jimmy, Dominic, I saw a couple of you type in number 3. Just bear with me for just a minute. I promise you we're going to be in the live market and I will go over that strategy. But for those of you who are brand new, the Forex market, Forex, it stands for foreign exchange. It is the largest financial market. Now, it's a very large market. There's over $5 trillion that is daily traded in this market. So you can take all the other markets, put them together, they don't even come close to what the Forex market is. There's a ton of potential in this market. Imagine just getting a fraction of that. The other neat thing about the Forex market is that it's a very flexible market. There are 3 trading sessions that go on daily in this market. You have the Asian session, you have the London session, and you have the New York US session. The reason I want to talk about that is that these sessions, they overlap. So what that means is that you can literally trade this market 24 hours a day from 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on Sunday through 5 o'clock p.m. on Friday. So it's a very liquid market as well. What that means is that you can get in and out of this market very quickly compared to some other markets. One of the things I also want to do is I'll explain to you is that the Forex market, it allows you to focus because unlike other markets, like the stock market, there are thousands and thousands of stocks you can watch and trade. Here in the Forex market, there's only about 60 different currency pairs that you can actually trade. We're going to actually show you, because we have 23 years of experience in this market, we're going to show you which ones to pay the most attention to, and we will take you by the hand and teach you the secrets to trading them. In fact, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to focus on 6 currency pairs. There's only going to be 6 I'm focusing on here today to allow you to laser focus just on them, and I'll teach you the strategy on how to trade around them here. So what I'm going to do is when I pull up my charts, let me explain to you what you're going to be looking at. You're going to see a chart just like this one. What we're doing in this market is we are trading one country's currency against another in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. So when you look at the chart in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see the name of the currency pair. These currencies are traded in pairs. In this case here, this is the Great British Pound, GBP, US dollar, USD. In essence, what we're doing on this chart is we are trading the Great British pound versus the US dollar in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. In this case here, as the market's going up, the pound is gaining in value over the dollar, and when the market's going in down, the pound is losing in value over the US dollar. Now, what you're looking at here is what's called a candlestick chart. These little rectangles are called Japanese candlesticks. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail explaining to you what these candlesticks mean, but basically what they do is they represent a specific time period and what the market has done during that time period. So when you look at the chart, you're going to see that the charts I pull up today are going to be on a 1 hour time frame. What that means is that each one of these candlesticks is going to represent what the market has done in 1 hour. Once again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. We'll teach you what these mean, but basically what you need to know if you're taking notes, write down that the white candlesticks mean that the market went up during that 1 hour time frame. It's called a bullish candlestick. It went up and closed up during that time period. The dark blue candlesticks mean that the market went down during that 1 hour time period, ultimately closed down. It's also called a bearish candlestick. One more quick thing about these candlesticks, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but these candlesticks form what we call candlestick formations. These are important because these candlestick formations, we consider them the sign language of the market. They help to tell the trader a story. This one right here in the bottom left-hand corner, this is what we call a Morningstar candlestick formation. What this is saying? This is saying, hey, Dominic, hey, Angie, Jimmy, Kevin, Nicholas, Carl, look for this market to U-turn and go upward in a bullish movement. At the top of my screen, you have what's called an evening star candlestick formation. This is what we call a bearish candlestick formation. What we'd be looking for in this case here is Michael and Lauren and William. We're going to be looking for the market to U-turn and go downward in a bearish movement here. Now, I'm not going to go a lot of time today teaching you about these candlesticks. However, our charting software, there's a feature that will actually point these out. I'll actually pull that up when I pull up my charts here in just a second. Now, there's two more quick things we need to learn before we actually start trading in this market. You need to know what a PIP is. Now, PIP, P-I-P, it is an acronym. It stands for price, interest, point. Now, let me break this down as simply as I can. Most of you here in the room today, you probably already know that there are 100 pennies in a US dollar. So basically a penny, it represents 1/100th of a US dollar. If we were looking for a unit of measure that is smaller than a penny, it would be the equivalent to what is called a pip. So just as there are 100 pennies in a US dollar, there are 100 pips in a penny. So a pip, it represents 1/100th of a penny. So if we were to look at this number right here, the first two numbers past the decimal, these are your pennies. The next two numbers, these are your pips. Very simple, very easy to understand. Now, before we jump into the market, we have to determine how much these pips are going to be worth. We're going to utilize leverage in this market. This leverage is going to provide buying power in this market. The leverage is going to be provided by your broker. This is going to allow you to place the trades and to generate a leveraged return on the pips. In the Forex market, we trade in lots. We have three basic lot sizes. We have what's called a micro lot. You might want to write this down. A micro lot, it is a $20 investment from your trading account. Your broker is going to borrow this investment size. This is going to allow you to place the trade and to generate that return on the pips. In this case here, each pip that you capture, it's going to be worth 10 cents. The trading strategy I'm about to show you here today, we are going to be going after 50 pips per currency pair per day. So that means if we capture those 50 pips, those 50 pips are going to be worth about $5 in profit. The next lot size is what's called a mini lot. A mini lot is about a $200 investment from your trading account. In this case here, each pip that we capture is now going to be worth about $1. So now those 50 pips are going to be worth about $50 in profit. And we have what's called a standard lot. A standard lot is the standard by which most traders strive to achieve in this market. A standard lot is a $2,000 investment from your trading account. Each pip is now going to be worth $10. So those 50 pips are now going to be worth about $500 in profit. Now, I know there's probably some of you already right now might be saying, well, William, I don't have $2,000 to invest per trade or even $200 to invest. I'm sure most of you may have 20. The neat thing about this market is that we're going to show you. In fact, I'm actually going to show you today how you can set up a demo trading account so that you can actually get started trading in this market without even having to invest into a trading account. You can practice trading, build up your confidence in this market. Then when you're ready to invest in a micro lot. Then when you invest in the micro lot, practice trading, build up your confidence, build up your account level, get to the point where you're trading a mini lot, and then repeat. Build up your confidence, build up your trading account, and get to the point where you're trading in a standard lot. You can actually trade in multiples of these. You can trade in multiple micro lots, multiple mini lots, and multiple standard lots, but we can teach you how to do all of that as well. So everybody now, I want to thank everybody there. I want to thank those that are already experienced in this market. But what I want to do right now is let's go ahead, let's start talking about how we're going to trade in this market. I'm about to teach you what's called the London Daybreak trading strategy. It was created by the gentleman you see on your screen right here. His name is Joshua Martinez. The reason why I listen to him is because he is one of our product experts here. He is the creator of this trading strategy, but he also has trained thousands of Forex investors. He's a published author, professional analyst here, full-time trader. More importantly, he started off trading using the same trading strategy I showed you here. He took an initial deposit investment of $500 and generated over $39,000 in profit from it here. So let me go ahead, let me give you some of his actual results. Now, these are from his MyFX book account here. This is from last year. This is just about from all of last year. I need to update this. But he actually wound up with capturing over 38,000 pips last year alone. This year, trading right now, he's up about 4,000, going on 5,000 pips so far. So these are actual results he's getting in this market. So the reason I want to talk about Josh is that I'm going to take you by the hand here today. I'm going to take you by the hand. We're going to go into the market right now. I'm actually going to kind of give you a Cliff Notes version of this trading strategy. For those of you that choose to enroll in this trial today, you're going to get a video. I'm going to show you all this here in just a little bit. You'll get a video from Josh. He's going to go into much greater detail explaining the actual strategy. So you get to actually hear it right from him. But what I'm doing here today is to get you up to speed, teach you the basics so that he'll be able to take you by the hand and teach you more from that as well. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. When we go into the market here, we're going to be focusing on these 6 currency pairs. We have the Great British Pound Canadian dollar, the Great British Pound US dollar, Great British Pound Japanese yen, Great British Pound Swiss franc, Great British Pound New Zealand dollar, and the Great British Pound Australian dollar. As I already mentioned, our goal is to go after 50 pips per currency pair per day. Now, we can show you, we will teach you. I think Josh in that video, he'll teach can show you how to go after more than 50 pips. Like I said, I'm going to give you kind of my quick start Forex program. I'll teach you a Cliff Notes version of this. He'll take you by the hand. He'll teach you this in much greater detail as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up my charts right now. And this is a trade I'm looking at right now. We'll come back to this here in just a minute. I promise you I'll show you how to manually analyze the market. But for my new people here and maybe some of my more experienced people, let's start talking about a very simple trading strategy of how you get in and out of this market very quickly without having to do a lot of analysis. It's called the London Daybreak trading strategy. It's utilizing the same 6 pips, same 6 currency pairs as what I just showed you here. So in the upper left-hand corner, we have the Great British Pound Australian dollar. Up here in the upper middle, Great British Pound Canadian, Great British Pound Swiss franc. We have the Great British Pound Japanese yen down here in the bottom left, the Great British Pound New Zealand dollar, the Kiwi, and we have the Great British Pound US dollar down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. In fact, actually, let me explain to you before I pull this up. What you're looking at here, this is the actual charting software you are going to get to take for a test drive today. It's called our Ultimate Charting Software. Very easy to utilize. I've used several other programs before. I'm going to show you some of the bells and whistles that are built into this, but it's so easy to use here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this for you on the Great British Pound Australian dollar. In fact, actually, before we go into this, some of you can probably, in fact, actually, we just had Keith just ask me, all of them are on a 1-hour time frame. Yeah, as I told you before, each one of these are going to be on a 1-hour time frame, meaning that each one of those candles are going to represent what the market has done in 1 hour. I'll explain what that means here in just a second. What you're looking at on the chart, as I told you, upper left-hand corner is your currency pair, your time frame. We have this set as candles. We can change this to bars, lines, a bunch of different settings here. We'll leave that as candles, as I promised. On the upper, the side here, we have the price action. Down below, we have the time. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let me explain to you what we're looking at and what we're trying to achieve in this market. What we're going to be looking for. Michael just asked, should I be taking notes? Yeah, you will get a video from Josh that goes into detail about this, but you might want to take some notes as well if you want to get up to speed quickly. Yeah, this is the start of the actual strategy right now. There we go. So what we're going to be looking for in this market, we're going to be looking for the initial high or low for the day. We're going to be looking for this between 2 o'clock a.m. Eastern time and 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. The reason for this, we're going to be looking for the market to either pull back and then rally up, or rally up and then pull back and form either its initial high or low for the day. Now, the reason for this, as I have kind of alluded to before, there are three major trading sessions in this market. What you have going on right here is you have the close of the Asian session, and you have the opening of the London session here. So we're going to establish our initial high or low between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. Eastern time. Now, we're also going to be looking to find our opposite high, high or low for the day. We're going to be looking for this between 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern time and 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Now, the reason for this is that we have the close of the London session and we have the opening of the New York session, the US session here. So what we're looking for is this directional movement. We're looking off of this initial high or low to get in and either look for the market to rally up or look for it to pull back and go bearish here. And then we'll look for to get out between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. That could be our ultimate high and low here. Now, what we found on each one of these 6 currency pairs is they have what's called an average daily trading range. The average daily trading range on each one of these currency pairs is going to be anywhere from 50 pips on the low end to over 200 pips on the high end. As I told you, I'm going to show you a simple trading strategy to simply go after 50 pips. We're going to call this first base right there. And if you remember here, if you're trading with a micro account, those 50 pips would be worth about $5 at about 10 cents per pip. If you're trading with a mini lot account, at $1 per pip, you're now looking at about $50 in profit. And if we were trading with a standard lot, like I said, we'd be looking at about $500 in profit per currency pair per day. So like I said, I'm just going to take you by the hand, get you up to speed very quickly. You will get a video from Josh that goes into much greater detail about all this here. Now, he'll also teach you and show you there might be some days where you might not want to use this strategy. So I'm just going to go in, point this out and show you how to use it, and then he'll take it from there and teach you some of the details. Let's go ahead, let's bring this back down into the market. And I've already come in here. I like using this example right here on the pound Australian, because you can see here, I've already come in here and highlighted some of these here. In fact, let me pull this down just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. So actually, before we get started here, actually Sam just asked a good question. Sam is asking, what are these boxes up here? Sam, these boxes up here, these are called workspaces. As you can see here, I have this on a workspace here. The neat thing about this is that you can save all of your charts to what are called workspaces, and you can even access, when you become a student here, you can access some of our professionals' workspaces. In fact, I think Josh actually gives you 2 free workspaces as part of this here. I think he gives you this one. I think he'll even give you another one as a free bonus here today. But the neat thing about this is that these workspaces, you can either save them to your computer or save them to the cloud, the internet. So what that means is that if you pull up these charts on one computer, you can go to another computer or workstation that has them on them, and you can simply just come in here and you can open your charts right from the cloud. All your charts can pull up in these workspaces here, and we'll teach you and show you. I'll go over some of the details here. We'll teach you and show you how to save different charts and do some of the built-in features here. So let's go ahead, let's get started. I've already come in here and I've highlighted some of these here. You can see here right there, 3 o'clock a.m. the market rallied up just like that. It rallied up about 92 pips. You can see the range right there, 92 pips. Here's another one I went ahead and saw here. Look at this. 330 pips right during that time period. This one right here was about 85 pips. This movement right here, if we go to that first high, 109, it eventually wound up about 142. We have this one right here. If we go the whole way, that rallied about 230. This one right here, 96. And then this one right here, it rallied about 62 here. So yeah, some of you asked some good questions here. I'll try to answer them as we're going along here. Let me just go ahead, let me address Warren here. Warren's asking, what is this called? This is called, once again, the London Day Break Strategy. Strategy, right there. And yeah, somebody's just asking, why is this doing here? Let me quickly explain to you what's happening. What we have found is that during the London session here, we have found that during that London session, the European markets, they are processing the largest bulk of the Forex transactions here. So what happens is that the European session, it opens up about 2 a.m. and then by 3, 4, 5 o'clock a.m. it's up and going. It's processing those orders, processing the transactions, and what this does is produces and provides a huge injection of volume into the market. It provides this directional movement here. So I'm going to teach you a quick strategy right now to show you how to take advantage of this here. So I'm going to zoom in right now. I'm going to just show you 2 quick examples of how this works, the basics of the strategy, and then you, like I said, you can get the software in your hands here. You'll get the video from Josh. He'll go into more detail about this as well. So first of all, I'm going to show you this when we go into the manual analysis portion. But first of all, there's 3 questions we need to answer as an educated trader. We need to determine which direction is the market going. Where's it going to go? Is it going up or is it going down? Number 2, we need to know where and why to get into the market. And then number 3, where and why to get out of the market. Just like that. So I'm going to show you a very simple strategy right now that'll show you and answer each one of these 3 questions, and then we'll come in, we'll start doing some manual analysis, and I'll show you how to manually answer each one of these 3 questions here. So first of all, I got to bring up one more thing we have to do as far as this London daybreak trading strategy. We need to look for the close of the 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time candle. Now, as I told you here, each one of these candles represents 1 hour. So what we're going to be looking for then is basically at about 4 o'clock to start looking to determine which direction is this market going here. So I'm going to go ahead and make this nice and big for everybody. We're going to zoom in. And as you see, I've already highlighted the 3 a.m. candle right there, going back a couple weeks here. I like using this example. There we go. And here's our 3 o'clock a.m. candle. So the first question we have to determine is number 1, which direction is the market going? Now at the close, in fact, yeah, this is where if you're taking notes, here's where you're going to start taking notes because we're actually to get into the strategy right now. In fact, let me pull this down even more. I'm going to make this nice and big so that everybody can see. There we go. Okay, so here's our 3 o'clock a.m. candle. At the close of that candle, we are going to place 2 pending orders. Where I have 1 pending order, which is going to go 10 pips above this high. So that's 64.18. We're set this at 64.28 right there. Now what this is going to be our entry buy. It's a pending order. We're not in the market till we actually get triggered. Now that entry buy is going to be 10 pips above the high of that 3 o'clock a.m. candle. In fact, let me make this a little bit bigger here. Yeah, just like that here. So yeah, actually, yeah, so Anthony just asked, are we talking about the candlestick wick? Yeah, that candlestick wick, Anthony, right there, that's our candlestick high. And we also have the low is right there. In fact, that's where our next pending order is going to go. We're also going to set a pending order 5 pips below the low. So if we look at this right here, there's the low, 63.94. We're going to set this right there at 63.89. I will type this out. Entry sell, that's an entry sell order. Minus 5 pips below the low. Just like that. So we're not in either one of these positions until we actually get triggered into one of the positions. So that's first step number 1. It's going to help us to determine which direction is the market going, and it's going to help us determine where and why to get in. We're going to get in when the market triggers one of these positions here. So let's go ahead. Let's see what ends up happening here. So bam. Within the next hour, the market rallies up, triggers our entry buy. So we are now in this market. We are now in a market buy position. What that means, and the strategy right there has helped us determine and kind of give us an educated opinion as to which way we think that directional movement is going to go. As I told you, we're looking for the directional movement coming off of this time period, specifically the 3 o'clock a.m. Well, this is going to help us to say, hey, we're looking for that market to go bullish here. So we have now answered question number 1 and number 2, where to get in. Where's the market going? We're gonna look for it to go bullish, and we've answered question 2, where and why to get in. We just got in right there. Now, once we get triggered in to one of these positions, we need to get close the opposite order. So what we're doing is we're gonna cancel this opposite order just like that here. So now we have answered the first two questions. We need to protect ourselves as this market is going up. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we are going to set a stop loss. Now this is going to be a little bit different when buying the market. Let me type this out here. Stop loss, and this is when buying the market. It's going to go at the low of that 3 a.m. candle. It's going to be a little bit different when we're selling the market. I just want to go ahead and type that out there. So stop loss when buying to go at the low. So we've now protected ourselves. Now what I mean by that, for those of you that don't know what stop loss is, if this market were to go against us, I'm taking out my measuring tool right here. If the market goes against us, we are risking 34 pips on this trade. Now, many of you probably already remember I just mentioned that our goal is to get on first base with 50 pips. So we now need to set our target. Let me delete this here. Now our target, I'll type this out. Our target, which is also known as our exit, or also our limit, is going to equal one of two things. It's either going to be a 1-to-1 risk ratio, or 2, a minimum of 50 pips. Because we're looking just to get on first base right here. So in this case here, we were risking 34. So what we're going to do is we're going to go after that minimum of 50 here. So I'm going to come in here with my measuring tool and we'll measure out 50 pips right there. So 1.6479. 1.6479 right there, bam. So that was our limit right there. As you can see, within that hour, it rallied up, triggered it. So within 1 hour, we would have been in and out of that trade, and we would have captured 50 pips on that trade. Not too bad. So 50 pips in 1 hour. Very quickly rallied up there. Now, like I said, I'm just showing you how to get on first base here, but those 50 pips, if you were trading a mini lot account, you just made about $50 profit in that hour. If you were trading a standard lot, as I told you, that's our goal of getting you to a standard lot position, you just made about $500 in profits in that 1 hour, just with this very simple trading strategy, just like that. And like I said, I'm just teaching you and showing you how to get on first base at 50. Josh will take you by the hand and he'll show you how to go after more than this. In fact, let's see what ends up happening here. And it looks like, oh, see that? The market ends up rallying up. In fact, this market actually ended up rallying up a total of 144 pips. So in this case here, we'll teach and show you how you can move your stop loss up to either break even, maybe a little bit above break even, or maybe a little bit more to lock in those pips as it's going up here. So I'll let Josh explain that to you, but like I said, I just want to teach you that strategy here. So yeah, a couple of you are saying, wow, yeah. So yeah, this is a very simple strategy. Without even knowing how to do manual analysis in this market, you already now know a trading strategy to get started in here. And I'll show you how to set up a demo account in just a little while here, so that you can actually get started practicing. The market closes here in about an hour and 15 minutes, so you'll be able to start doing this here on Sunday evening when this actually happens here. So that was one trade, not too bad. Let's go ahead, let me see, do I have, okay, there's our next 3 a.m. candle, just like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repeat the same process of what we just did. Oops, let me move it one more there. So, so everybody can see there's the 3 o'clock a.m. candle. Let's come in here and we do the same thing. We're gonna set one pending order, 10 pips above that high. So in this case here, it is 6557. So we'll set that at 6567. I'll type that out. I want to make sure everybody has some good notes here. That's our entry buy. Our entry buy is going to equal plus 10 pips above the high. Yeah, Gerald's asking, so we're doing the same thing. Yep, same strategy. We're not doing anything different here. I'm just simply teaching the strategy, and you'll get to learn more about some more of the details about this in the video. I'll pull that video up here in just a second. So we have an entry buy 10 pips above the high, and we're setting an entry sell 5 pips below 65.32. So we need to set that at 65.27. Oh, right there, bam. And yeah, Mike P just asked a good question. Why is it 10 pips above? Why is it 5 pips below? That's one of the things that Josh will answer in that video for you. I'm not going to go into a lot of the details about that. But yeah, one of the things you'll get in that video, he'll explain to you why the difference is here. And I'll explain some more of the details as far as buying versus selling here in just a second. So our entry sell is going to be minus 5 pips below the low. Yeah, you'll get to hear the details right from the creator of this strategy. You'll get that right from him. So same things we did before. We have our entry buy, entry sell, 2 pending orders. Let's see what ends up happening here. So 1 hour later, bam, our entry sell gets triggered. We are now in a market sell. Once again, this is giving us that educated opinion to look for that directional movement to go bullish this time. I'm sorry, bearish. We're looking to go bearish this time. So we're looking to sell the market here. Yeah, that's one of the things. I know some of you, if you're brand new, might be saying, well, William, how do you make money in this market when the market's going down? It's referred to shorting the market. Not going to go into a lot of the details about this, but we will teach you how to short the market. Actually, I'd say probably about 70, maybe 75, 80% of my trades are actually selling the market versus buying the market here. So just want to point that out for everybody here. So we got triggered into our market sell position, looking for the market to go bearish. First order of business is to cancel this opposite order. We're not looking to buy, we're selling the market. Now, here's something different here. Our stop loss when selling is going to go 5 pips above the high. So there's our high right there. So that's 65.57. So we'll set this at 65.62. And like I said, Josh will go into the details explaining why the difference here. So stop loss when selling the market is going to be plus 5 pips above the high. Just like that here. So we've answered questions number 1 and 2. Which direction do we believe the market's going? We're going to look for the market to go down. We'll learn why to get in. We got triggered in when our pending order got triggered. We have now set up a stop loss. So if the market goes against us, we have some protection here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, the range, 34, about 35 pips. So what that means is that we're going to be going after, once again, the 50 pips here. So let's go ahead, let's set that right now. I'll type it out here. So 6478. 6478, that's going to be my target. Oops. There we go. I'll type that out for everybody here. So our target, which once again equals our exit from this position, which equals our limit, is going to be either a 1-to-1 risk ratio, or 2, a minimum of plus 50 pips. Same thing as what we did on the previous trade, only this time we are selling the market. So let's see what ends up happening on this one. We have our entry, stop loss, our target is set. So we got 1 hour, 2 hours later, bam. So within 3 hours, we were entered into the market. The market did in fact go in our direction, and we got triggered out of this position just like that. Yeah, this is setting your broker's platform. In fact, somebody just asked here, I think it was Nicholas was just asking, so what you're saying is you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this. So let me ask you this, Nicholas. Would you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to set your targets and everything like this? In this case here, that was 50 pips in 3 hours. Once you have your limit set and once you have this trade set up, you could literally go to bed. So that would be with a mini lot, once again, that's $50 in profit. With a standard lot, that would have been 500, just like that here. So once again, I'm just teaching you the basics of this strategy. When you go through, when you get to take this for a trial, you will get a video from Josh. So let me go ahead, let me pull that up right now. Let me pull that up. Oh, there's Josh's trading thing here. Oops, hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. So you'll get a video from Josh. This actual video is included as part of the trial, just like that, and you'll be able to utilize this here. So I'm just teaching the basics. I'm just going to give you some notes to take away. You will get this video from the creator of the trading strategy, where he goes into detail. He'll show you a lot more details than I just showed you here today as part of that as well. So yeah, this is the London daybreak trading strategy, and you can see here, yeah, this one here ended up U-turning right there after those 50 pips. That would have been a decent trade right there. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead. Some of you asked us some good questions here. Yeah, so yeah, Mike raised a good question. You can't go to bed. Yeah, once you set your targets and everything, Mike, that's when you can go to bed. So yeah, I'm not saying you literally just can't just set it and forget it right from the get-go. You have to actually wait until your orders get triggered here. But I'm actually going to answer, I think it's Steve. I think this is the question you're asking here. Steve is asking about how many days can you actually utilize this here? Yeah, the neat thing about this is that there's going to be 5 opportunities each week to take advantage of this. So what that means is that there's 30 trade opportunities each and every week. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to take advantage of each and every one. That's why you'll want to get that video from Josh where he'll explain in more detail saying, hey, maybe this might, these are the kind of days where you might not want to take these trades. So get a better idea of how to do that here. So, so the answer, I think Steve, this can answer your question. Probably what, about 120 trade opportunities each month based on a 4-week month here. So, but what it is, like I said, you'll get that video from Josh. He'll go into much greater detail. I know some of you asked some good questions here. I apologize. I only have, wow, I'm running low on time here. I still want to show you how to manually analyze this market, but I would at least get this trading strategy in your hands just like that. It's called the London Daybreak trading strategy. You'll get some, I think you'll actually get that workspace from Josh where he'll actually send that and show you how to input that into your trading software. So what I'm gonna do right now is I just showed you a very simple trading strategy. Like I told you, I wanted to show you something very easy to get in and out of the market. What I want to do right now is I'm going to show you how to manually analyze the market utilizing the software. I haven't even gotten past the tip of all the different features that are built into this charting software. I'm going to show you our exclusive auto Fibonacci tool. We have an auto Trendline tool, a King's Crown tool, candlestick tools. The charting software can show you how to set up email and text alerts. I'll show you that here in just a second. We can trade directly from the charts. You can literally set up your demo account or your live account right from the charts. You can trade. We have cloud-based workspaces, which I showed you. We have demo trading that's available, and we have auto trading that's available as well. So let's go back to the charts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up. Let me go ahead here and pull up the pound New Zealand here on a 2-hour time frame. I'm going to explain to you why I'm looking at a potential trade opportunity on this chart. So let's go ahead, let's delete all this, and let's go back to those basics here. Let me quickly go back to the basics. If you remember, as an educated trader, there are 3 questions I'm going to want to answer. Number 1, which direction is the market going? Number 2, where and why to get in? And number 3, where and why to get out. I just showed you a simple trading strategy that answers these 3. Let's show you how to manually do that. And you'll get to take all these tools for test drive yourself. But to answer question number 1, we're going to utilize what's called a trend line. I'm going to come in here, draw a trend line just like this. Now this trend line, what the neat thing about this trend line is going to help us to take some of the fear out of the market. When we are above this trend line, we are in the buy zone, looking to take buying positions. When we are below this trend line, we are in the sell zone, looking to sell the market. So what ended up happening here on the pound New Zealand is it went down, 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 came up, kissed that again, came down, and eventually broke out, came back, kissed the backside of that trend line, and now has gone up here. So educated opinion is telling us that we are in the buy zone, so we're looking for buying opportunities. Very quickly, we're looking to buy the market. So we just quickly answered question number 1. Now, I just came in here and quickly drew this trend line. Here's the neat thing about our charting software is that if for some reason, maybe I'm not confident that I actually did draw that correctly, we have a smart trend line tool. I can just simply come in here to the beginning of that new trend right up there. Where's that? Oh, hold on, let me zoom in on that. These candles are so small. There we go. So I'm gonna come in here just like this. And there's my point right there, bam. So you can see here, it will quickly, accurately, and automatically draw my trend line for me. So that was pretty close, and we can come in here, we can extend that, just like that. So it's pretty much almost exactly what I drew, just a little bit off, but now it's exact on how we would draw that trend line. So very nicely there. So one of the things about this is that also with these trend lines, like let's say that I didn't want to wait in front of my charts and wait for it to break above that trend line. Watch this. We can click on this trend line, we can add an alert. And we can come in here and you can set up your email, or you can set up to send you a text alert so that you don't have to be in front of your charts. It'll send you a text saying, hey, the market has crossed above the trend line on the pound New Zealand. It'll give you a detailed text or an email letting you know. In fact, we can even set your account up to this as well, where you can set up certain actions to take advantage of that as well. But I just want to explain to everybody here some of the built-in features very nicely there. So we've answered question number 1, which direction do we believe the market's going? Now, we can't, as an educated trader, we don't simply just want to jump into the market buying. You can jump in. If we wanted to, we can simply just come in here right now. And if we had our the charting software set up and connected to our charting or our trading accounts, we literally could go ahead and place a market buy right here. We could set this up right here and place a buy order right there. We can set our stops and limits right there. But as an educated trader, we're not simply just going to buy into the market right here. We need to figure out questions number 2 and 3. Where and why to get in and where and why to get out. So to answer these questions, I'm going to utilize what's called the Fibonacci and when it's going down, we're looking for it to move in waves. In fact, we've determined that it tends to move in what's called an A, B, C, and D pattern. Now, when we determine this A to B boundary, in fact, with the Smart Fibonacci tool, you don't even have to determine that. It determines it for you. But to show you how we would manually do this, when we determine this A to B boundary, we would come in here and spread our Fibonacci tool just like that from the A to the B. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details explaining how this works, but one of the neat things about our charting software is that we have color coordinated these lines between the A and B to the lines above the A and B. Very simply, these lines below between the A and B, these are called retracement lines, meaning that what we have found is that there is a high probability in between boundary for the market to pull back or retrace. We're going to look for it to retrace to one of these Fibonacci levels. Now, these levels here, these are hidden levels of support right here. You don't need to know about the numbers and everything. All you need to be able to do is to match colors, because if the market pulls back and forms this C point, I'm about to show you here in just a second how to help determine this C point. But if we find the C point and we buy into the market after that C, what this is telling me, because it pulled back to one of these red retracement levels or above, we're going to be looking to exit our position at the D, which is going to be at the red extension. So what we're looking for is this market to pull back and retrace and then form this C point and then extend up to one of these extension levels up here. Now, that was at a red retracement level. If the market pulls back to a blue retracement level right there, and we buy into the market after forming that C point, we would then hold our position and look to exit at the blue Fibonacci extension, blue to blue. A lot of you can probably already guess if the market pulls back and U-turns at the green retracement level, and we buy into the market after that U-turn, we're going to be holding our position. Our D point's going to be at the green. We're going to look to exit there. So we have hidden levels of support and resistance. All you need to be able to do is match red to red, blue to blue, and green to green. Now, we found that the market does the same thing when it's going down as well. And we would have the same A, B, C, D pattern that we would be looking for here. Now, I'm showing you this is the manual way of doing this. The auto Fibonacci tool does all this automatically for us here. So here's the neat thing about this. If we come back down here to the beginning of that new trend, this new trend begins, we activate what's called our Smart Fibonacci tool. This is patent pending. We're the only ones that have it. We click on that Smart Fibonacci tool. We come down here to the beginning of the new trend. We don't have to determine our A's and B's going up. We don't have to worry about those sequences. All we have to do is come down here to the beginning of that new trend, and then bam. Quickly, accurately, and automatically, it draws our Fibonacci's for us. So you can see here we had one A, B, C, D swing. Here's another A, B, C, D swing. Here's a third A, B, C, D swing. Here's a fourth A, B, C, D swing, fifth A, B, C, D swing, and then what we have going on right here. Now, let me explain to you why I'm looking at this as being a current opportunity. What we have found, and I'm going to give you some, so this is some of the knowledge that's taught in our education. What we have found is that if the market does not pull back to at least this 0.382 level here, what we have found is probably what's going to happen is it's probably going to come up here, probably right up here to this top, this 1.18 extension level, pull back down to that 0.382, and then go up. We found there's a high probability of this here. So what I'm going to be looking for is the market to come up. It might kiss this and then U-turn, but ultimately what I'm going to look for is the market to come down right around that level. And when it does, I'm going to look for that to be my C point. When it U-turns, I'm going to show you here in just a second how we can determine that C point, and then I'll be looking to buy the market. Now, in this case right here, my D, if it pulls back to that top red retracement level, my D is going to be at the red extension, like a buddy system, red to red. So if I pull my my measuring tool here, and let's just say we were getting the market right about there, wow, 602 pips of opportunity on this trade right there. So huge opportunity right here on this trade right here. Now, for those who wonder, well, how can we help to determine where to get in? How do we determine where the C point is? Remember I told you about those candlestick formations? Watch this. We can come in here and I can activate the candlestick formation. So you can see right here, the green ones are your bullish candlesticks, your red ones are your bearish candlesticks. So what I'm going to be looking for is for the market to come down here and give me some sort of bullish candlestick. I'm going to be looking for something like this. There we go. And when I find that, I'm going to look to buy at the close of that candlestick here. That's gonna be my buy. And like I said, huge opportunity on this. Now this is on a 2-hour time frame. On a 1 hour, you might want to be able, you can even trade it on a smaller time frame just like that. So like I said, we have a lot of built-in features into this. Like I said, we have those automated features. We have the Smart Fibonacci tool, the Smart Trendline tool, Smart Support and Resistance. For my more advanced traders, we have a King's Crown tool, a Head and Shoulders tool. We have the candlestick tool. A lot of automated features, very easy to use this charting software. Like I said, we also have those auto trading abilities. I'm not gonna go into that. In the videos you're gonna get, we'll teach you and show you how to do that right here. So looks like I'm about to run out of time. I've gone just about out of time here. So I want to explain to everybody is that everything I just showed you here today, that London daybreak trading strategy, charting software here, this is all included as part of the trial. In fact, what you're gonna get today, as part of this trial, you're going to actually get a 14-day trial to take this all for a test drive. You don't have to take my word for this. Take it for a test drive. Play around with it. See if this is for you. If it is, great. You keep it, and we'll teach you and show you how to be a Forex trader beyond this. We can teach you and show you how to do this. If not, you know what? You've risked very little. In fact, let me explain to you about this charting software. Those of you may have seen some of our other webinars. Normally, to get this charting software, you would have to be a student of Market Traders Institute. You would have to be a student as part of one of our ultimate trading packages to get this. And normally, our students are paying about $249 a month for a subscription to this charting software. However, what we're doing today as part of Investor Inspiration, you don't have to be a student, and you don't have to actually be a part of one of those ultimate trading packages. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to become a student to get this here today. Everybody that's in the webinar here today, you actually get to take this for a test drive for $1, 14-day trial. So if you found the value in this here today, or if you've been looking to take this charting software for a test drive, here's your day. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a 14-day trial for $1. Like I said, about the cost of a pack of gum. You can play around with this. I'm gonna go into some of the more things that are included as part of this. Here's the neat thing. Take it for the 14-day trial. See if this is for you. If it is for you, great. We're gonna lock you in as part of an Investor Inspiration special of only $59 a month on a month-to-month subscription. If you take it for the 14-day trial and decide that this isn't for you, all of you basically have risked is $1. It's only gonna cost you $1 to at least take this for a test drive. You're also gonna get some free bonuses as part of this. Now, a couple of you are saying, how do we get it? Yeah, well, I see a couple of you saying that. Let me go ahead and send a message out. Everybody in the chat spot right there, bam. So the first step, I'm gonna walk through the process. I'm actually gonna show you everything that you get here. The first step here is that you click on the link I just sent out. So somebody's saying, how do we get started here? Send out the link. Yeah, let me go ahead here, please. There we go. I'm gonna send that right now to everybody here in the room. Give me 1 second. I just sent that out into the chat box, and I just had a couple of you ask. So let me go ahead and respond to everybody here as well. There we go. I'll send that to everybody in the room. So you look in the questions box or the chat box, you should see the link. Click on that link. That's the first step. In fact, let me walk you through. Yeah, some of you asked some good questions. Just bear with me. I promise I will answer just about all of them, probably either through going this, or I will personally answer each one. Renee, if we have any questions coming into your chat box, please let me know. I'll try to answer those as well. But first step is to click on that link. When you click on that link, it's going to take you to this page right here to activate your $1 charting software trial. Part of our ultimate trading playbook. You'll get access to here today. You enter your name, information, your billing information. You click this, your software trial is going to be activated. What's probably going to happen is you're going to get 2 emails. You get one email that's going to let you know that you are, in fact, registered for this trial, and then you'll probably get another one that's going to give you login information. Let me explain to you what this login information is going to give you access to. It's going to give you access to this back-end portal. Now, this back-end portal is going to be where all these video lessons and everything I'm about to show you here in just a second. So let's go back here for just a second. I need everybody to click on that link and to go ahead and to register for the charting software. It's for a 14-day trial. Now, to answer some of your questions here, let me see here. Yeah, a couple of you are asking about the cancellation policy. Let me go ahead and let me pull that page back up again. I believe cancellation policy, everything is right here. Yeah, basically, as long as you cancel within those 14 days, all you basically have outlaid is $1 for this. You can cancel at any time. In fact, actually, there are no contracts. You see right here, there are no contracts. If you choose to take the charting software on the month-to-month basis, you can cancel that at any time as well. In fact, I'll actually show you here, for those of you wondering, well, how do we cancel? Give me a second here. I promise you I'll show you that as well. But the first step, register for this. This is only for investor inspiration. So if you've seen this before, you've seen us demonstrate our charting software before, you've been looking to take it for a test drive, here's the chance. So the first thing you do, you need to click on that link and send out. A couple of you are saying, hey, can you send out that link? So let me send that link out again. I want to make sure everybody's getting. Now, if you aren't receiving the link or you're having trouble with that link, please let me know. And either Renee or myself will reach out to you and we'll help you with that. So that's the first step. The second step, when you get activated as part of this, go through those video training lessons. I kind of gave you a Cliff Notes version overview of all this. You're going to get video lessons for the charting software and for that London breakout. Let me go through that right now. You're going to get our onboarding series. Josh Martinez, the creator of the London Daybreak, he's going to walk you through setting up a demo account, entering the market, getting out of the market. We'll show you how to set up that demo account, entering out of the market here. You'll get those 3 free workspaces from Josh. This is exclusive. You can't use these workspaces for other charting softwares. The only way to get those workspaces here is to be able to get it is through this program here. We'll teach you about Fibonacci's here. The Fibonacci's, I kind of gave you an overview. We'll teach you and show you about those. The additional lessons here, we'll show you how to navigate through the charts using the toolbars, creating your own custom indicators. I didn't even get a chance to show you about the custom indicators, that auto Fibonacci tool, linking this to your broker and creating your own trading workspaces. We'll teach you about that. We'll even show you how to back up all your work, show you how to use auto trading systems. I didn't get a chance to talk about that. You'll learn all about that as well. Setting your system up to auto trade, download station, navigating the toolbars and so on here. Now, the London Daybreak trading strategy video is going to come directly from Josh. It'll come as part of this. You'll get right from Josh. In fact, let me see if I can pull this up quickly here. Oops, hold on one second. You'll see here, he'll go through what I showed you here in much greater detail, explaining everything here. In fact, you see on this trade right here, you'd be risking 94 pips on that trade. So he'll go through all that as well. Now, those you asking about canceling the subscription, there's a couple different ways. You can either cancel right here, cancel my Ultimate Charting subscription, or I'll give you, in fact, actually, let me quickly walk through this and I'll show you the other way. First step is click on that link, view the video lessons, get trained up on this, set up your trading account. Now, I'm not allowed to recommend a broker. I personally use Forex.com. Some of my colleagues use Forex.com, Oanda. You can do a Google search for free demo trading accounts. If you don't want to use one of these, just do a search for that. Set up a demo account. You can actually trade in this market utilizing their live charts, just utilizing fake money, for a lack of a better term. So you can actually start practicing trading. We have about 45 minutes left in the market today. If not, Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m., you can actually be up in this market and actually trading in the market. Try out the Ultimate Charting software for the next 14 days. We also have a live training class. I didn't even get a chance to tell you about that here. Here we go. Friday. Here's what I suggest everybody, here's what I suggest everybody does. Get this charting software. Take it for a test drive over the next couple days. On Friday, you will be in a live webinar with either myself or one of my colleagues in the live webinar on Friday. We'll be able to walk you through, answer any questions you might have about this. So you will get that live support each and every Friday. If you have any questions about the software, we'll even give you some tutorials on how to trade this as well. Steve asks, are there only 2 Forex brokers? No, Steve, there's do Google search for Forex broker, and you'll be able to pull up a couple. I just actually just suggested those to my, I personally use Forex, some of my colleagues use them, and I'm not allowed to recommend a broker. These are just ones that I know people have used before. So that's it, my friends. Pretty much, we're gonna give you 14 days to take this for a test drive for only $1. It's risk-free. You're only risking $1 to at least of you, yeah, those of you, I got a couple of you saying you've already registered for this. Michael says he registered. Thank you. Nicholas did. Carl and Warren, great. Yeah, let me know if you are able to successfully register. I'm gonna be on this webinar for about 1 more minute. Okay, great. Yeah, so yeah, some of you are complaining about sound. Some of you might have said something about the sound. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bring this to a close. I wanna make sure that everybody gets this. I'm gonna send that link out one more time to everybody. Make sure that everybody gets this. There we go. Yeah, some of you asking about that link here. If you can just, I'll be on here for about 1 more minute. Let me see if I can answer some more of the questions here. Let's see here. Okay, great. Yeah, somebody asked about those workspaces. Yeah, we'll be able to go ahead and give you those workspaces that as part of this here, the video lessons, everything I showed you here, my friends. In fact, let me go back through that one more time to make sure this is clear. You're gonna get all these tutorial videos, the onboarding series. We have the ultimate charting software, download station, the London Daybreak, the live webinars. All of this is included. Oh, there's the live webinars right there. So click on this link. That link I just sent out. It's gonna take you to this page. Enter your billing info, your payment info. Click on this. All the information is going to be right here, my friend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring this to a close. I want to make sure everybody is able to get that link though. So thank you for that, William and Dominic. I see you guys registered as well. Yeah, it's only $1. Take it for a test drive. That's what I want everybody to focus. Let's go ahead, focus on those 14 days. Take it for that 14-day trial. It's only gonna cost you $1. You'll know within those 14 days if this is gonna be for you or not, because like I said, for the cost of a pack of gum, I think it's at least worth getting those video lessons, taking the charting software for a test drive. We'll teach you how to use this here. If you find the value, great. You get locked in today for that $59 a month subscription. You get all these free bonuses. Like I said, it's only gonna cost you $1 to take this for a test drive. We can't take it back, the education you're gonna get from this. So the link is right there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this up. So on that note, thank you everybody. Oh yeah, thank you for that. I thought, Paul says he just got that, he registered, and I got Sam says he did as well. So thank you everybody. Let's see here. Okay, so Bob is saying he has a problem with registering here. So, okay, let's go ahead here. Let me see if I can answer Bob's question real fast. So let me say if I were gonna go ahead and register here, so if I type in William, interesting. Do you see that, Renee? What's going on here? So, okay, great. So some of you might be having some trouble here. I know I'm having some trouble as well. Let's see here. Great. Let's see if I type in my email address. Okay, here's what I suggest everybody does. If you're having the same issue we're having here, just simply type in your first name here, but your billing info might not be correct. Enter your email address right here so we have your email. We'll see what we can do as far as getting you registered for this here. It looks like some of you are having some problems, or yeah, a lot of you are having some problems. Okay, here's what I suggest everybody does. Let me pull this back up. Give us a phone call right now, 1-800-866-7431. Let them know you were just in. Yeah, see Angie saying she's having the problem as well. I guess some of you are having it, some of you are not. For those of you that are having that problem, give us a phone call. Have customer support, see if we can work through that, or at least somehow get your information so that you at least get to take advantage of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this up. If anybody else has any problems or anything, if we're having any more questions, go ahead. If not, I'm gonna go ahead. I appreciate everybody. I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. I look forward to those of you becoming successful Forex traders, and I wish you the best in your new Forex trading career.